Hello and welcome back to the Zatu Show. I'm Amber.
And I'm Arthur.
And as you can see, we are back inside with a brand new set.
And this lovely table, so we feel a bit more protected now, especially convenient for me because, you know, as I was brushing my teeth this morning, it did get a bit on my t-shirt, so that's totally covered.
Panel show ready only. And we're enjoying the inside a lot more. Outside episode was freezing.
Yep, and too many helicopters. Like, when do you even see helicopters? But just when we were outside, so many.
It's a busy day for Norwich skyline. So a couple of episodes ago, I told you guys about my role running the blog and content at Zatu, but we never actually got to hear what Arthur does as project manager.
Because it was cut.
It was cut very brutally by producer.
I cannot believe that. I was waiting for that the whole episode. I was like, maybe she's just put it at the end. Nah, just not even in there.
Take your moment.
Oh yeah, so project management. So I'm there's a few of us actually. I'm one of the project managers at Zatu Games. As a project manager, we basically take any new ideas for the company and try and deliver them, make a better experience for the customer, internal processes quicker, just generally make everything improved. I mean, it's very difficult to describe it in any other way than make things better. We got a bit ahead of ourselves there, just getting so excited to talk about the pub. So going back a bit, couple of updates, Amber.
Yes, so first of all, you can now find us on TikTok. We finally opened up our TikTok account. User is Zatu Games. You'll be able to find that in the description below. Most of our videos over there actually star producer Beth on the other side of the camera this time. Some great ones. You can check more of those out at a little montage at the end. And there's some videos of us on there as well. A few behind the scenes clips if you can't get enough.
Yep, if that one show a month isn't enough for you. The other big news this month with restrictions lifting, our shop in Norwich has been able to reopen. It was a great event. We had a lot of our regular customers coming back to us, actually being able to hold board games in their cellophane. And we had a balloon arch, which actually started blowing everywhere, which was kind of annoying because it kept setting our security alarm off. But shows we've got great security there, so don't take that as a challenge to try and rob the shop. We're watching. We also had a spin the wheel, so every time you made a purchase you could win vouchers, merchandise, membership cards, I think even a couple of hoodies, which are staff exclusive, so if anyone wanted those, well done.
Yeah, Hannah has done a great job, our shop manager, with rearranging the shop and making it really great for customers to come back into. So leading on from merch, we actually have some new merch that's come out. Have you ever had a deck of playing cards and just thought, I wish these were more orange and Zatu themed? Well, here we are. They're finally out. This is our regular deck of 52 playing cards. Beth will now hopefully insert some nice footage of these over the top. So they're really durable, great quality, and I've been listening to Board Game Thing, the podcast, and Brian does a fun fact of the week. So here's my fun fact. Every time you shuffle a deck of these 52 cards, there are so many possibilities. It's quite likely that you actually have formed a set that's never been done before. So that's quite fun. Pop these on the end of your order today.
Just to clarify, is that your fun fact or is that Brian's fun fact?
It's a fun fact that I googled that I don't believe Brian has said before.
And now for our top 5 games to play at the pub.
So these 5 are definitely our go-tos. So I'm going to start off with one of mine, which I put front and centre. I think this would be really nice on a board game shelf. It's got the good old groovy artwork. It is, of course, Wavelength. Beth's just pointed out to me, it even made our set. I think it's really pretty. I like it. Good funky line. So in rehearsal, I thought this one would be quite easy to talk about, but weirdly when you try and explain it, it comes out a bit more difficult than the game's actual complexity. But it's really easy to just pick up and play. There's not much setup involved. And in this game, I don't know if you've played Medium, but you're kind of using your psychic powers to connect with your teammates and then guess what they're thinking of. So you've got your dial from one extreme to the other. So the example it gives you on the back of the card is coffee. Is it hot or cold? And then you would reveal, obviously, that coffee is hot. But then you can get a bit more niche with them and pull in like some jokes. So, for example, if it was messy or tidy, and I said, Arthur, where would my desk fall on this extremity?
Oh yeah, messy. Right off the cliff edge.
I'm a desk snacker, so it gets a bit covered in biscuits sometimes. So that kind of should give you a good idea of what Wavelength is. It is a social guessing game for 2 teams, but it's really great because I think this would work with any player count. It says here 2 to 12 plus, so it's a great one.
Next up, so obviously when you're going to the pub, when you're looking for a game to play, you think, video game, obviously. That's the first thing you think of most of the time. Don't give me that sly look, Beth. I'm putting in your
You wanted these in here.
Yeah, this is your content I'm putting in. But in all seriousness, you can literally take a Nintendo Switch to the pub, and there are some great multiplayer games on there that you can have a go at. Probably the main one of which, that if you haven't played by now, I highly recommend you pick up, is Overcooked 2. It's kind of like being on a really hectic episode of Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, with the swearing's included. That's not from the game. That's going to be you with your friends. Like, you know, get me that cabbage over here. No, that's the tomato. You get me the right thing. It is just like everything going on. Your kitchen sets fire. You've basically got to save the planet from the unbred. Yeah, there's loads of food-related puns in there, so get used to those. And I don't actually know the whole premise of why they're attacking, but yeah, bread's bad, but meals are good. And for some reason, if you make the right meals for your clients, you progress through the game and save the world. But it's an amazing game. Watch out for the hot air balloon level, because, you know, obviously you'd be doing cooking on a hot air balloon that slides around the place.
So third up on our list today for the pub is this little box here from Big Potato Games. Would it be an episode of the Zatu Show if I didn't talk about how much I love a Big Potato game? In fact, I think there's a lot of them in our new set behind me. If you can spot how many, extra points for nothing.
Extra points for that quiz we're not playing. Well done, you.
So this is Mr. Lister's Quiz Shootout, and it's probably the game that I'll be most likely to take to the pub. It is one that I have taken to the pub. It's really accessible. You're just making lists of things, really. And I mean, if you were feeling brave enough, you could probably start a little pub quiz going if you were feeling it. Get everybody to do some lists, and we'll be doing more of those at the end of the show, where Beth will be challenging us. And I'll hopefully be winning this time. Next
up, of course, we've got pubs Harry Potter years 1 to 7. Now you're thinking, well, you've got the PlayStation version there, and you know Harry Potter's at pubs. Well, the home world is actually the Leaky Cauldron, so that's where you enter all the levels from. Diagon Alley as well. So that works on that level, and on another level, you know, PlayStation, if you think about it, all you've got to do is take it to the pub to play it is your console, your TV, extension cables, internet cable if you want to play, a couple of controllers, maybe 4 or 5. But yeah, that totally works as a pub game, so...
If you're friends with the landlord, maybe.
Yeah. You know, put it in a window maybe, then you don't even need to bring it outside. So it really works. But in all seriousness, this is a great game, and especially if you're trying to scratch that itch. I was trying to think of the expression there. Scratch that itch for the LEGO Star Wars Skywalker trilogy out later in the year. It might be worth revisiting this game, because who doesn't love a LEGO game? It's just like the Harry Potter world in LEGO. It's kind of funny. Like,
at the pub.
Voldemort's really sassy in it as well, which I kind of love.
Fifth and finally on our list of our favourite go-to games for the pub is One Night Ultimate Werewolf, which is just down that side over there. This is known as a really great filler game. It plays in about 10 minutes. It's got a player count of 3 to 10 players, and your simple objective is, who's the werewolf? Find them.
So in One Night Ultimate Werewolf, you all get dealt out a role at the start of the game. What's really nice about this, it works really well with the app, so it'll talk you through. So it works as the narrator of the game. It talks you through each role, what your objective is, or what your action is. So for example, if you get a certain role, you can swap other people's cards around, you can look at another person's card, you can swap your card for one in the middle, you can look at the centre cards. So there's a lot of different things to do, and yeah, it just boils down to working out who the werewolf or werewolves are, and there's a lot of accusation, finger pointing everywhere. It's very dramatic really, which is kind of what we like on the Zatu Show, and it's great for a pub, and you can really tell who the liars are amongst your friends, so you know, maybe you want to
make a note of that one.
Yeah, test of friendship really as well, isn't it?
Thanks for helping me out there. You explained that a lot better than I could without looking at the back of the box, so
yeah, I tried.
So that brings us along nicely to this month's giveaway, where this month we will be giving away a copy of One Night Ultimate Werewolf that you can take to the pub, and on top of that we'll be giving away a Zatu branded bundle as well in there. We've got all of our merch, dice trays, pins, the new cards I told you about earlier, and a few other bits and bobs along there.
So you may be wondering, how do I enter? I mean, it's free, so you know, you might as well. So you enter by telling us your favourite pub game in the comments, obviously subscribing to our channel and liking this video. So obviously last month's competition was to win a Root bundle, which include Root and 2 expansions, and we asked you, what is your favourite game expansion? And some of them would hopefully appear on screen now.
And well done to our winner Gabriella, whose favourite game expansion was A Quest for El Dorado. I believe it's called The Golden Temple, so well done, and we hope you're enjoying your Root bundle. that's all of our games today, but as I mentioned earlier, we're hopping back over to Mr. Lister's quiz shootout for a bit of a quiz shootout ourselves. We've had a bit of a recurring feature on now where we play games and Arthur beats me, so
let's hope that continues.
I'm going for my redemption, so Beth, help me out.
Okay, so today we're playing Mr. Lister. I have got a few of my favourite lists and I need you to go back and forth and we'll see who is the first to get one of the golden answers.
Game on.
There are 16 main characters in Toy Story 1. List them.
Wow, you can go first, Amber.
Mr. Potato.
Woody.
Red. Okay, Buzz Lightyear.
Yep.
Rex.
Yep.
What would be a golden answer?
Yeah, I should have been thinking about that.
There's those army figures. It like Army Sam or something. That was wrong.
Not on my list.
RC Racer.
Golden answer.
Oh.
Sorry, I was just trying to list them and then I was like, no. Golden, come on, you love that film. And on that very sad note for Amber, that's unfortunately all we've got time for this month. We'll see you next month where hopefully I'll have had a haircut by then.
And hopefully I'll win the next game.
But probably not.
not.
And we're going to leave you today with a montage of our TikTok. So I hope you enjoy that and we'll see you next time.
month. Bye.
Bye.